And that is how things start for the Green Giants here today. Mossie's single. A good piece of hitting.
The third baseman,
himself
number
a nice
7,
night yesterday,
Rodrigo
as did
Dulac,
many
number 7.
of the St. Clair Green Giants. So the leadoff single starts us off. Now the batter is Rodrigo Duluc. A pickoff try and nothing going there. Rodrigo Duluc, starting third baseman today, hitting right-handed against Logan Schmidt from Miami of Ohio. And the pitch is flown towards right field, coming over and making the catch is Keegan Watson for the first out of the inning.
The designated hitter, number 23, Gibson Krasminski, number 23.
Now Gibson Krasminski moves up in the order today for the St. Clair Green Giants, who are clad in their green tops with St. Clair script on the front, yellow lettering. They have white lettering surrounded by gold trim on the back. Pitch to Gibson Krasminski. The runner takes off. It's low and in for a ball. The throw down, and that's a stolen base. And now the ball will get into center field, and that will allow the runner to move up 90 feet. Stolen base for Carter Mossy. And then the subsequent throwing error. Here comes the pitch, and it's flown into right field. Coming over, making the catch. Now coming home is the throw, and it's going to be a little bit late, and that will be the first run of the contest. As the Lake Erie Monarchs trail this game 1-0. Sacrifice fly for Gibson Krasminski gets the job done. And with 2 outs and the base is empty,
the first baseman, number 28,
here comes
Matt Phipps.
Matt Phipps,
number 28.
the catcher.
The catcher he is?
Yes.
And Matt Phipps will take strike one on that pitch, and it's 0-1. Here's another one, and it's 0-2. Ground ball over to short. They'll throw him out over there at first base, and that is the inning. So the Monarchs give up a run, and we head to the bottom of the first inning, and there is a 1-0 lead for St. Clair. You are listening to Monarchs Baseball. Ooh. Okay, so stolen base, E2, he scores on the second. Monarchs will look to make up some ground with a win. St. Clair has taken 2 of the first 3 games against the Lake Erie Monarchs, including the 11-5 win.
Leading off for the Monarchs from the University of Toledo, the center fielder, number 7, Zach Schwarzenberger.
For the Monarchs. Schwarzenberger off to a 7-for-37 start with no homers, no RBIs. He's a switch hitter. He'll bat lefty against the right-handed pitcher, Gage O'Brien. O'Brien kicks and fires the first one, and it's inside for ball 1 to Zach Schwarzenberger. Well, here's the numbers on O'Brien. He's making his 3rd start of the season. He is 1-0 with a 3.85 earned run average. The pitch. That's low and in to make it 2-0. 11 strikeouts to 7 walks. 11 2/3 innings pitched. Has allowed 5 earned runs and 6 hits as well. O'Brien appears to be from the stretch, and he will be in all pitches. Schwarzenberger fouls it back to make it 2 balls and a strike. Rain going to be intermittent here today throughout the duration of this contest, it surely appears. 69 degrees at first pitch time with light showers. 2-1. And it's up and away for ball 3 to make it 3-1. St. Clair leads at 1-0 in the bottom of the first. Train off in the distance here in Adrian. Of course, the Monarchs did play their exhibition game here against the Leprechauns. 3-1. And it's in the air towards left center field. Coming in and making the nice catch is Cole. As he had to put that one away.
From Rice University, the second baseman, number 10, Kelby Weiler.
So 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the first. Here comes Kelby Weiler from Rice University. Weiler hitting 194 with 4 driven in. Pitch, up and away, ball 1. So you take a little deeper look at the starting pitcher, which is Gage O'Brien. He's 6'4", 215 pounds from Paradise Valley Community College. Sophomore, upcoming, from Tucson, Arizona. Breaking ball in for strike 1. Levels it off at 1-1. Dark green caps today, as per usual for St. Clair, with their logo on the front of it. 1-1. Another curveball and another call and strike. Makes it 1-2 over the inside corner. Monarchs in the home whites with the navy blue pinstripes. Green lettering on the back with blue trim around it. The pitch. And a ground ball over to second base. That'll be fielded. The toss on to first is in time for out number 2. One of the main differences you'll see
from the University of Michigan, the left fielder, number 42, Jordan Wogu.
That they have, the AstroTurf. And the ball rolls very quickly on it. And also, can handle maybe a little bit more rain, so it can handle a game like this. Although much of the landscape around the ballpark is above the field. But we're not anticipating any downpours here for a while. Jordan Nwogu, the batter, swinging this for strike 1. The University of Michigan getting the start in left field today is Nwogu. 9 for 34 at the plate with a homer and 6 driven in. He's also walked a team high 9 times. The pitch almost hit him. Going in, ball 1. See if we get out of the way of that one. St. Clair Green Giants roster has many junior college players on it from prolific universities. 1-1. And a fastball blazes the outer edge for strike 2 to make it 1-2. And so you see a bit of a contrast, maybe a little more experienced players, but at the junior college level on this St. Clair Green Giants club. Monarchs have a lot of younger D1 guys on their roster. 1-2. And the fastball is slapped foul off to the right. Still a ball and 2 strikes on Jordan Nwogu. Tim Brown, the third base coach today for the Monarchs in his first year as the head skipper. Dale Gray over there at first base. They are both just outside the coach's boxes. 5th pitch of the at-bat is a breaker missing low. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Jordan Nwogu.
Over the bus,
Rounds the plate with his bat, and on the right side against the righty O'Brien. And here's the pitch. Fastball back to the mound it goes. Nwogu trying to run it out, but the underhanded toss to the bag will retire him, and the Monarchs go in order in their half of the first. We move to the second, 1-0 St. Clair. You are listening to Monarchs Baseball. F74313.
Yep. Hey Kevin, if I pause this, when we go to put this on YouTube, will we have to join it all back together?
Yeah. Well, I'm actually leaving the audio file going. So if I sync it, I'm just leaving it.
Okay,
Like-
I paused it for the first inning. In
Okay.
between the top, in between the bottom, top of the first and bottom of the first.
Which that isn't a bad idea. I can pause the audio if you want me to. I can cut the breaks out.
How do I put a 0 for the...
We're back here at Siena Heights University in
The center
Adrian,
fielder,
Michigan. The
number
top of the
20,
second inning as the
Gianni
wind and the
Tomasi,
rain continue to come
number
down
20.
hard here at the ballpark. Trying to get 9 innings in here today. Monarchs and Green Giants. First pitch to Gianni Tomasi is taken for strike 1 over the outside corner. and it's 0-1. Logan Schmidt, starting pitcher for the Monarchs today. 0-1, and it's fouled back to the screen. No balls and 2 strikes quickly on it. Logan Schmidt, 6'3", 185 pounds, from Miami of Ohio University. 0-2. Low and away. And it's 1-2. Sophomore coming from Bolingbrook, Illinois, is Schmidt. Is 1-2. And the ground ball hit over towards second base. Weiler fields a couple of hops, tossed to first. And down is Gianni Tomasi.
The first baseman, number 36, Harrison Jones, and number 36.
Well, we're going to see the pacing on how these pitchers throw today, and really how the pace of this game is played. Of course, with a lot of rain around in the area, there may be a little more urgency. Here's Harrison Jones cutting a miss. 0-1. Harrison Jones getting the start at first base today for St. Clair. 7 for 34 start to the season with 9 ribbies. Pitch. Check swing. There you go. And they say he did. Strike 2. Behind home plate, Stu Hall is calling balls and strikes today. 0-2. A curveball is tapped. That'll stay fair. And Casey Slattery will step on the bag. 3 unassisted put out of Harrison
The shortstop, number 12, Brady Dorn.
2 quick outs for Logan Schmidt here in the top of the second inning. Here comes the shortstop, Brady Dorn, the number 7 hitter in the lineup. Dorn is 5. Make that 13 for 36 to start the season. Schmidt's pitch, strike at the knee. Second on the team in batting average with a .361 behind Gianni Tomasi. 0-1. Another strike to the knees, not even 2. Dorn also has driven in 8. So Stu Hall calling the balls and strikes, and Frank Barquette, who was in Flat Rock last night, is the base umpire today. 0-2. Rolled away. Got out of the hand of Schmidt. Slipped out of there. 1-2. Logan has that red glove that he sports when he pitches for the Monarchs. 1-2. Breaker, swing and a miss. Strike 3. Down goes Brady Dorn. And the Monarchs get a 1-2-3 inning out of Logan Schmidt in the second. We move to the bottom of the second inning, and it's 1-0 St. Clair. You are listening to Monarchs Baseball. Rain coming down in the bottom of the second inning. It's set to begin. The Monarchs trailing the St. Clair Green Giants by a score of 1-0.
Ooh. So
Jake Goodrow lead things off, followed by Griffin Mazer and Keegan Watson, middle of the order.
So yeah, we got
Jake Goodrow, the left-handed batter, a DH out of Boston College, hitting .208, 5 for 24 to start the year with a homer and 3 RBIs. That homer came against the St. Clair Green Giants. Up into Tecumseh. Pitch, swing, and may have gotten a piece of it. Foul ball.
So visiting score by
0-1.
0 enter.
There you go.
That wind blowing hard today towards towards home plate, kind of towards the right field corner as well. We are in a sheltered press box, fortunately, although it's not raining too bad out there, so there is a bit of discomfort, I'm sure, for the players and coaches, but not bad enough to not get a game in here. Fastball misses inside. Ball 1 to Jake Goodrow. Mazer and Watson to follow. 1-1. And it's a little inside. 2-1 on Jake Goodrow. One of 4 homers hit this year by the Monarchs. Came in that 14-9 victory on a very chilly and windy Sunday afternoon. A couple weeks ago in Tecumseh, Ontario. Fastball misses up high. 3-1. Goodrow with the open stance. Solid presence in the batter's box. 6'3", 245.
Yeah, I would like to
O'Brien throws. A line drive hit towards right. That will get down for a base hit. One hop into the glove of the right fielder. It's thrown back in to the cutoff man. And Jake Goodrow has himself a single. And a strongly hit ball to right field.
From the University of California, Irvine, the catcher, number 18, Griffin Mazer.
Bottom of the second inning. That's their first hit of the game, in fact. Here comes Griffin Mazer, the catcher. Mazer participating in his 4th game of the season for the Monarchs. Fastball on Lambeau 1. 1 for his first 5 is Griffin as a homer and an RBI. That came in against the Lima Locos on Wednesday night. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Makes it 1-1. So, boy, you know, we were talking last night about the doubleheader that the Monarchs played late against the Locos on Wednesday night, starting at 7:45 p.m. to be, well, pretty exact, right around there. 1-1. And another liner into left center that will get down for a hit. Goudreau will get himself up to second base, and the Monarchs have the first 2 men on here to begin this bottom of the second inning. Well hit baseball by...
From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, the right fielder, number 28, Keegan Watson.
Off of his bat. There's Keegan Watson out of the University of Nebraska, getting the start in right field today for the Monarchs. 1-0 Green Giants lead it, bottom of the second. Monarchs threatening with 2 men on. Watson 4 for 14 for a 286 batting average, 3 RBIs. Look towards second from O'Brien, and putting the bunt down is Watson. It's going to be a tough play. They'll throw him out though, and the runners will move up to second base. So sack
from the University of California, Berkeley, the first baseman, number 44, Casey Slattery.
3-4 on the putout of Keegan Watson on that play. And up to second base goes Griffin Mazer. And up to third goes Jake Goudreau. Next batter, Casey Slattery. And pitch misses low and in. Ball 1 to Slattery. Slattery out of Cal. And here comes the pitch. And it misses outside. So it's a 2-0 count. Start things off for Slattery. Slattery 2 for 18 with 3 knocked in. He's had a bit of a rough go with 7 Ks in his first 18 at-bats. Pitch from O'Brien. And it's off the plate. Nope, it's on the outside corner, says our home plate umpire, Stu Hall. A kind strike call for O'Brien, 2-1. With 1 down here in the second. 1-0 lead for St. Clair. 2-1 to Slattery. Chopper foul at the plate. Evens it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tim Brown clapping his hands down there. First year managers, as I was mentioning earlier, Bradley Merritt, also in his first year as the pitching coach for the Monarchs. Brand new staff under experienced GM Jim DeSena. 2-2. Curveball stayed high. And the count runs full on Casey Slattery. The infield playing back, maybe surprisingly, with less than 2 outs here. Looks like a ground ball. They'll give up the run to getting out and make sure the inning isn't larger. 3-2. Swing and a miss. Slattery chasing for strike 3. Another bender. This one ducked low and in. Slattery out of there. And after the sack bunt by Keegan
from Loyola
Watson,
Marymount University, the third baseman, number 3,
Goudreau,
Alex
Mazer,
Lambeau.
second base. 1-0 in the second. St. Clair in front. And the next man up is Alex Lambeau, getting the start at the hot corner today. Pitch to him. And outside ball 1. Alex Lambeau is 8 for his first 21 at the plate, 381 clip. 2 ribbies, 6 walks. Bats against Gage O'Brien from the right side. Check swing, went too far. And that's the first strike of the at-bat to Lambeau. 1-1. Will Prater hoping for a chance on deck. You can hear that wind blowing strongly in our crowd mic. Just some occasional drops here and there. 1-1. Off the plate away. Good take by Lambeau. 2 balls and a strike. Monarchs, of course, sporting the green stirrups once again today. 3 stripes. Navy blue one in the middle, surrounded by 2 white stripes. One on top, one on the bottom of that stripe. 2-1 swinging it. Lambeau now sees himself in a 2-2 count with Gage O'Brien. Monarchs got the first 2 men on in this inning. And I'm sure if you talk with Tim Brown after yesterday's game, leaving men on base was a big problem. 2-2, swinging and a miss, strike 3. And down goes Alex Lambeau. So Gage O'Brien, after allowing 2 singles, sack bunt by Keegan Watson, 2 strikeouts, gets him out of the threat, and up to 2 Ks now is O'Brien. We will advance to the 3rd inning here in Siena Heights in Adrian. 1-0 is the score. Green Giants in front. You are listening to Monarchs Baseball. 3rd inning is upon us here at Siena Heights in Adrian. Monarchs and Green Giants trying to escape the raindrops. Playing an afternoon
The left
tilt
fielder,
on this Friday
number
afternoon.
6, David Cole.
St. Clair getting their lone
Number
run in the
6.
bottom of the 1st on a sac fly by Gibson Krasminski to get them on the board. Now David Cole, Gavin Homer, Carter Mossy due up. And pitch from Logan Schmidt is inside for ball 1. David Cole getting the start in left field. We saw him a little bit in last night's contest. 1-0 is a chopper foul. Even up the count now, a ball and a strike. Cole came in late when the game was out of hand. 6 for 19 to start the year. Has knocked in 3. And hit a couple times. 3 walks. 1-1 from Schmidt. Skips in for ball 2. Logan Schmidt, after allowing that leadoff single in the 1st, has retired 9 straight. Although the stolen base by Mossy, I think that's 6 straight. But he has been able to work around a couple hitters. 2-1 was low, and it looks like Cole was able to pull back on the bunt. Didn't get a definitive sign from our home plate umpire. 3-1 inside ball 4. And drawing a walk is David Cole. First walk of the game either way.
The second baseman, number 3,
Here comes
Gavin
Homer.
Number 3.
Starting second sacker today for the St. Clair Green Giants. Gavin hitting .222. 6 for his first 27. No home runs and 4 RBIs. First man on in the 3rd and 1-0 game. Throw over to check Cole. He is a base-stealing threat for the St. Clair Green Giants team. Cole 2 for 3 this season, although limited games. Another quick throw over. Slattery applies the tag late. Frank Barquette calls the base runner safe. Standing in on the right side is Gavin Homer against the righty Schmidt. And the pitch, bunt, high pitch from Schmidt and away, ball 1. The bunt was shown, but then pulled back. See down the third base side, head coach David Cooper manning the post as the third base coach. 1 out. And the ball put in the air towards right center field. Trotting over to make the catch is Keegan Watson for the first out here in the top of the 3rd. Retreating back to first base is David Cole.
The right fielder, number 16.
Now back to the top of the order,
Carter
Mossy.
number 16.
Single for him in the 1st, and he created some havoc on the base paths. He stole a base when Krasminski was up, advanced to 3rd on an error, throwing error by Jake Goudreau, and scored on the sac fly later. Unshone, ball high, big secondary lead over there by Cole. Snap throw from Goudreau. Does get over there, but not in time to get the man. For 1-0 count. Logan Schmidt making his first start of the season for the Lake Erie Monarchs. There's the pitch. Runner bluffs taking off. Ball just misses the strike zone. 2-0. Logan Schmidt, 0-1 record with a 3.60 earned run average. His third appearance of 2018. His first start. He's pitched 5 innings, 8 strikeouts, 5 walks, and has allowed 4 hits. Another throw over to first. And Cole's back in there safely. Last appearance was exactly a week ago against the Cincinnati Steam. Home game for the Monarchs last Friday. A 6-2 decision. And he actually took the loss, did Schmidt, in that game. 2-0 runner takes off and it's fouled away. Straight behind home. 2-1. Allowed 2 runs, just one of them earned in 3 1/3 innings. 1 hit, 5 walks. Huge bugaboo. 7 strikeouts, faced 15 batters. Rain trying to pick up once again. Yep, here it comes. And with the strong wind, it's blowing sideways here at the ballpark. 2-1, ground ball over to third. Lambeau to second for 1. Throw to first. Weiler gets it there in time. A double play. Well done to turn it. A 5-4-3 double play will end the inning. And Logan Schmidt does not allow a run. We venture to the bottom of the third. St. Clair with a 1-0 lead. You are listening to Monarchs Baseball. Bottom half of the third, and the Lake Erie Monarchs trailing the St. Clair Green Giants by a count of 1-0. 9-1-2 in the order
From
for
West Carolina University, the shortstop, number 5, Will Prater.
A bat from the left side out of Western Carolina University. Prater 0 for his first 3 with the Monarchs. Getting the start yesterday. He cuts and misses. Strike 1. Gage O'Brien deals the 0-1. We'll skip to the backstop. Ball on a strike. Well, what a job by Gage O'Brien to evade trouble in the second inning. 2 singles to lead off the frame by Goudreau and Mazer, respectively. And then sack bunt by Watson to give himself up and move the base runners up. Slattery and Lambeau would go down on strikes, swinging, and that was that. And again, with the weather being unpredictable, 1-1. Pitch misses high and away, 2-1. Get 5 innings in at least, it is an official game. And we are in the bottom of the third, so it's something just to keep in the back of your mind with the rain falling sideways. Not too hard, but steadily here. Pitch misses high and away. 3-1 now to Will Prater. Interesting outfield alignment against him in center and right. They're playing straight up, but David Cole in left field is cheating in a little bit on Prater. 3-1 from O'Brien. And it's down low for ball 4. So the Monarchs, for the second straight inning, get their leadoff man on a walk.
From the University of Toledo, the center fielder, number 7, Zach Schwarzenberger.
Zach Schwarzenberger in the first inning flew out to left in his first at-bat. 1-0 Green Giants here in the bottom of the third. Not only are the Monarchs playing here today, the Irish Hills Leprechauns, of course, this is their home. And they're trying to play a game tonight, although, as we've been mentioning, the weather questionable. The pitch, high and away for ball 1. A lot of games are supposed to be played here today, although there's already one that's been canceled. Gage O'Brien right now is trying to adjust his cleats a little bit out there. They're getting wet. Now the home plate umpire has stepped out here and making a motion towards the Monarchs dugout. Might be trying to get him something to help with traction.
Tongue depressor, maybe.
With that rain coming down. Licking County, have they had less luck than anyone else in this league so far? Another game that is at least postponed today against the Galleon Graders. Although they're an opposing division, so it'll be tougher for those two to try and make that game up. So it's saying canceled, and it may not be made up this year. And a couple earlier starts as well today, as a couple double headers are going to be attempted to be played. They're still trying to check the traction on the mound, as Gage O'Brien's having some issues. 1-0 count on Zach Schwarzenberger. Nobody out here in the bottom of the third, and a man is at first. Grand Lake Mariners and the Hamilton Joes will play 2 down in Hamilton today. Also, the Cincinnati Steam and Richmond Jazz supposed to play 2, starting at 5:05. Mariners and Joes start at 4:35. O'Brien ready, the pitch, and it's low and in for ball 2. Runner going to take off, and the throw down, and he will be safe. So able to advance to second base there. Pass ball will be called against the catcher, enabling the man to move up.
Prater.
Will Prater. So he gets to second base. So that moves a man to second. And the 2-0 is going to skip away for ball 3, and that will allow Prater to move up again, up to third base. So the pitcher getting wild here, as we'll have a wild pitch that time called against Gage O'Brien. The count is 3-0, nobody out in the inning. Max Schwarzenberger trying to reach. Infield still playing back, although third baseman Duluth creeping in. 3-0 upstairs, ball 4, and Zach Schwarzenberger will draw a walk. So here comes Kelby Weiler, the second baseman.
From Rice University, the second baseman, number 10, Kelby Weiler.
So I'm not sure if traction is the issue here for Gage O'Brien or not. Rain has still falling, but coming down a little less steadily than a moment ago. Runners at the corners, nobody out, bottom of the third. And a pitch. And it slips out of the hand of O'Brien. Ball 1. Getting a report from southeast of here down in the Toledo area that the rain is coming down very swiftly there. Gage O'Brien again checking out the underside of his cleats. This system has been kind of strange that's coming through the area. It's been rain that's coming up from the south and spinning kind of in a counterclockwise direction. And so it's really engulfed much of the area, but at times it's very much scattered. And so Adrian's kind of been on the edge of this rain the entire time here. Now, there's a little yellow and red to our south, but it almost appears to be moving west of the Adrian area. Right now in places like Kalamazoo, they are really getting hammered, and west of Toledo. We're just trying to get a game in today. Runner takes off, pitch misses down and away for ball 2. And advancing on the stolen base is Zach Schwarzenberger to second. So now runners at third and second. Nice heads-up play. Knew that he wasn't going to make a throw. 2-0 to Weiler. And a line drive that will sink in and down the line fair. One run going to come in and score. Weiler darting for second base, and he is in.
That is an RBI double for Kelby Weiler.
And the Lake Erie Monarchs will take the 2-0 lead, or 2-1 lead in the contest. Great piece of hitting by Kelby Weiler. So a couple walks coming back to hurt Gage O'Brien here in the third. And the Monarchs have had their first 3 men reach. So now Jordan Wogu a chance at the plate with Weiler over there at second. The pitch from O'Brien and a strike. Over the inside corner, 0-1. The rain getting a little more stiff at this point in time. The pitch. And the breaker is down and away. So the count 1-1 on Jordan Nwogu. Kelby Weiler just a moment ago for the Monarchs, driving in his 5th and 6th runs of the season. And here is the pitch. It's over the outside corner for strike 2. Good pitch. Weiler taking that outside pitch a moment ago, just dispatching it down the line. Crucial play with the Monarchs taking the lead. They are now out hitting the Green Giants 3-1. And the pitch misses the zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's a little low. That wind really howling now. Into our crowd mic. 2-2. And a curveball popped up into the rainy sky out in right center field. Waiting on it and making the catch is the right fielder Mossy. For the first out here in the bottom of the third. F9.
From Boston College, the designated hitter, number 25, Jake Goodrow.
Here comes Jake Goodrow. He singled in the second and was left at third base. Monarchs with 2 runs in the inning to take a 2-1 lead. Goodrow with the open stance. And the pitch to him. Up and away. 1-0. They're kind of looking through the rest of those games that will be taking place later on today, or at least supposed to. Xenia losing a home date because of a rainout yesterday against Southern Ohio. 1-0. And spiked into the dirt. Gets away from the catcher, and moving up to third base is Kelby Weiler on the wild pitch. Second wild pitch of the inning. Comes during Jake Goodrow's at bat. A pass ball and 2 wild pitches in the inning, hurting Gage O'Brien. The 2-0 delivery. High and away, ball 3. And it's now 3-0. So Xenia now going to Athens, Ohio to take on the Southern Ohio Copperheads. That twin bill set to begin at 5:35 tonight. Still a couple other games on the docket to get to. 3-0. Inside for ball 4, and there's a walk to Jake Goodrow. Third walk of the inning for Gage O'Brien. 2-1 Monarchs in front in the bottom of the third.
From the University of California, Irvine, the catcher, number 18, Griffin
Sixth
Mazer.
of the inning. Irish Hills Leprechauns, they're set to host the Lima Locos at 7:05. Division matchup between those two. And also the Muskegon Clippers and the Saginaw Sugar Beets will tangle up in Saginaw. The pitch. Curveball. Nope, that's actually a changeup for strike one. And it's 0-1 to Mazer, who singled and was left at second base in the last inning. Now you set up the double play try. Mazer not a ton of speed. 0-1. Check swing foul into the screen. On a pitch that was quickly descending towards the arms of Mazer. No balls and 2 strikes. Out of Cal Irvine, a junior from Moo Park, California. 5'11", 180 pounds is Mazer. 0-2. Curveball, and it's ripped towards left field. Backing up on it, Cole. He'll make the catch. Trotting home, though, is Kelby Weiler. And it's a sacrifice fly.
That is a run batted in for Griffin Mazer.
Mazer picks up his first RBI. Make it second. And the Monarchs now are in front, 3-1.
From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, the right fielder, number 28, Keegan Watson.
Kelby Weiler was able to score on the play. Jake Goodrow back to first. Here's Keegan Watson. Ball 1 high. Watson did not have an official at bat in the second. He bunted. Moved men over. And a toss over to Chuck Goodrow. He's back in safety. 7th man to bat in this long bottom of the third, in which the Monarchs have put up 3. Here's the 1-0. Stays up and in. 2-0. Now we're seeing the effects of nature on these pitchers. And we'll see if Logan Schmidt, once he gets back to the mound in the 4th, will have similar issues that O'Brien has faced in this inning. 2-0 and hands and fouled back to the netting behind home. 2 balls and a strike on Keegan Watson. Watson had his second sacrifice bunt of the season in the last frame. 2-1. Check swing liner just fouled on the first base line. Trying to extend his arm out to make the catch was Harrison Jones. 2-2 now. 2 sacrifice flies in this game. Rain coming out. Down swiftly again. Howling wind. 2-2. Curveball rung up, strike 3. Down goes Keegan Watson on strikes. That's the 3rd punch out for Gage O'Brien. But the Monarchs, they pick up 3 runs in the inning. And they take a 3-1 lead heading to the 4th. You are listening to Monarchs Baseball. 4th inning set to begin here in Adrian, Michigan at Siena Heights University. Lake Erie Monarchs lead the St. Clair Green Giants by a count of 3-1. Logan Schmidt working with some turfus that they placed on the mound. Traction becoming an issue here. And we're hoping this little squall of rain does not continue, as it seemed like grip on the baseball and also follow through on pitches was becoming a problem for Gage O'Brien in that 3rd inning. Maybe it was just kind of a bad luck of the draw in St. Clair.
Number 7, Rodrigo Dula.
During that inning. But now it'll be intriguing to see how Schmidt is able to go. Now, again, you know, as long as the radar doesn't get way worse and the rain doesn't get way worse, we'll continue on in this game. Got to get through at least the top of the 5th inning for this to be an official game, and it is the top of the 4th now. Pitch from Logan Schmidt is a line drive, served to center. quick hit to start things off for Rodrigo DeLuke, who's now 1 for 2 today. Starting third baseman, placing that one ever so nicely. And
The designated hitter, number 23,
Center,
Gibson
catching it.
Krasminski, number
Gibson
23.
Krasminski.
I was looking for a towel in here, even like a dish towel. I don't see one.
Gibson Krasminski drove in a run with a sacrifice fly in the first inning to get the Green Giants on the board. That was his 5th RBI of the season. Pitch. Down low for ball 1.
Base hit on the guy in first.
Yes.
Krasminski
First
will
pitch.
attempt to move the base runner over. Although giving up an out is a bit of a risky proposition. And they throw over to first. Quick tag applied to DeLuke. And he's back in safely. Playing a game in this, just kind of a sign of the times for how things have fared this year. 1-0 misses outside, 2-0 with all the rain. We're now officially in summer. Yesterday was the first day of summer. Didn't feel like it at Flat Rock Field with that wind coming off of Lake Erie. Pretty swiftly, 10 to 15 miles an hour. 2-0 to Krasminski. He fouls them off with the dish. 2 balls and a strike
I gotta get some of
on
this.
Krasminski.
Well, I just Googled.
Yeah, one of the solutions and the home plate umpire,
I got the container.
Stu Hall was talking about with
That's a
GM
great
Jim
idea.
DeSena was
Thank
getting
you.
towels for the baseballs. Try and keep them as dry as possible.
It's ball dry.
2-1. And this is a sinking line drive hit to second. Weiler fields it and
Jeez.
throws it past the shortstop. And that will allow the runner to be safe at second. Weiler had to play it on a hop and quickly get it over to Will Prater at short. The two just didn't connect. And that will be an error on the Monarchs, their second of the game. E4 on the line drive, the sinking line drive. So runners at first and second, and here's Matt Phipps. The pitch. He bunts it. Foul. No ball, strike. To the left of home. That's a play that under normal circumstances, most likely going to be made. But again, tough to get a grip on that baseball here and make a play for an out. Might be kind of the last team standing, or the team that swings and misses the most that will end up losing this contest. Logan Schmidt will step off the back of the mound as DeLuke got a start towards third. Krasminski's at first. First 2 men on in the fourth for St. Clair, trailing by 2. 0-1. Bunt. Shown. Not squared up, though. Taking ball 1 low was Matt Phipps. Even count at 1-1. Here at Siena Heights University, the baseball complex, it's 330 to the corners. 380 in the alleyways to left center and right center. 1-1. It is popped up towards shallow right field. Weiler going out, and he will make the call on the catch. A little slight bobble. Weiler went a long way to make that catch. Matt Phipps retired. Nice play by Weiler.
The
Just
center
calling off
fielder,
Keegan
number
Watson
20,
because he felt like he had it all the way.
Gianni
He made the
Tomasi,
call and the out.
number 20.
So here comes Gianni Tomasi with Rodrigo DeLuke at second and Gibson Krasminski at first. 1 out in the fourth. Tomasi is foul off to the left, 0-1. Tomasi with a rollout to second in the second inning to start that frame against Logan Schmidt. Three runs on 3 hits, 2 errors now for the Monarchs. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors for the Green Giants. Look towards second from Schmidt. He delivers. Runners take off. It's low and away for ball 4. Throw down to get to Luke. And he is safe with a stolen base. Rodrigo DeLuke is able to advance. Ends up base running. He swipes the bag. In the process, moving up to second was Gibson Krasminski on the double steal. Pitch now low and away, and it's 2-1 on Gianni Tomasi. Leading batting average on this St. Clair Green Giants team. He's gripping the bat without gloves. 2-1. Line drive, serve the left, base hit. 1 run is in. They're going to try and wave the other one home. The throw is offline. And advancing to second base is Gianni Tomasi.
Double play ball.
2-run single. And just like that, the game is tied at 3 in the top of the 4th. Back and forth we go.
Take it right with you. It gives you the address number. I've got
Thank you.
Great piece of hitting.
Must be that.
Just
that
going
same
with
stuff
it.
that,
A weak liner hit
Bruce Taylor
to.
was selling.
The first
Left
baseman,
field.
number 36, Harrison Jones.
And now Harrison
Number
Jones is
36.
step up.
Would you find
Harrison
the
Jones retired
That's
3
the
U
same
his
type of
first
thing. That's how
time.
it absorbs you.
So Logan Schmidt
I've
cannot
seen that demonstrated. It's pretty
ultimately
amazing.
keep the lead. And they give it up quickly. Stolen base ends up being a huge thing. Double steal that paid off.
Catch me up here, Jacob.
Still only 1 out in the inning and a runner at second. And strike 1 to Harrison Jones.
Phipps, base hit.
Yeah,
Nothing
A double.
on the count.
barring 2 runs.
Schmidt from the stretch position. His 0-1 is lined foul heading towards the bullpen down the first base side, which is right now vacant. No balls and 2 strikes.
What did Tomasi do?
Tomasi.
Tomasi's
We just brought in
2-run
those 2
single.
runs.
Single. His must have been a 1-run single.
No, barring 2. He's on second base.
Because Phipps brought in both. And then
Now,
Tomasi brought
this
in.
double play opportunity looming very large right now in this inning. But still only 1 out. A throw back to second base, no tag applied. Back in safely is Tomasi. Gibson Krasminski was able to reach on a throwing error by Kelby Weiler on a sinking line drive that could have been a double play ball that would have ended the inning. Or got the first 2 outs of the inning, then the fly out by Phipps would have ended the inning. 0-2. And
Whoa.
back goes flying, and it goes on top of the dugout down the third base side. A swinging strikeout for Harrison Jones. Guess you're kind of waiting to see whose bat would be the first one to go flying here today.
Was that okay?
The shortstop,
And now we're going to
number
see
12,
if anyone can
Brady
get that bat
Dorn.
down. Harrison Jones is headed towards the third base dugout. Try and track that bat. Well, we see a brave and noble Monarch getting up on there, and it's Sean O'Keefe who grabs the bat and is looking down towards Harrison Jones. What a spectacle here at Siena Heights today. That's true teamwork for the opposing team, but still teamwork nonetheless.
Is the score right? 3-3?
Yes.
3-3 ball game here in the top of the 4th. That 2-run single by Gianni Tomasi has tied it up. Now Brady Dorn, who struck out
Are you sure that's right?
to end the top of the 2nd.
Because I got 1 out and 3 runners in.
You have
And here's the pitch. Dorn
Well, I haven't
Caught in a
haven't
foul
colored
ball.
Phipps in yet, but
at the plate.
Tomasi.
There was a run and
No
scored in the
balls
first
and a
inning.
strike.
Yeah. We scored 3 runs
Oh,
this
I
inning.
don't. No, we did.
Oh, there's 2 outs. There's 2 outs. Somebody got thrown
2
out.
outs in the frame. Both teams with 3 hits each way. Monarchs with 2 errors. And errors have been a real problem for the Monarchs this year. Had one last night, not as many. Although it seems like those errors have come back, and even if they're few, they've really hurt them. Ground ball back up the middle. Diving play not made by Prater. That will allow the run to score. An RBI single by Brady Dorn will drive in the go-ahead run. And it's 4-3 now, the score here in the top of the fourth.
That was Tomasi that scored.
Great piece of hitting just to put it back up the middle. A soft ground ball.
New left fielder, number 6, David Cole, number 6.
So who's going to be the last team standing, it seems, today? It's a soft ground ball, finds its way through. 2 unearned runs have come in the inning against the Monarchs now. And a quick throw to check the base runner back in safely. Here's Brady Dorn. Pitch home, misses outside, ball 1 to David Cole, who walked and was retired in a double play ball that was hit in the 3rd inning. Just a moment ago for the Green Giants, Dorn driving in that run, his 9th of the season. Pitch, fastball, low and away. 2-0 the count. A little bit of brightness in the sky now. It's trying to clear up ever so slightly, though the rain's still coming down gently. 2-0. A liner hit towards center field on his horse. Schwarzenberger, he leaps up and makes the catch. That was a missile off the bat from David Cole, and he will be the final out here in this inning. So the Monarchs, they allowed 3 runs to come in. And as we head to the bottom of the 4th, the score is now St. Clair 4 and Lake Erie 3. You are listening to Monarchs Baseball.
Baseman number 44, Casey Slattery.
It's a different game once again. The Monarchs get 3 runs in the bottom of the 3rd to take a 3-1 lead. And guess who battles back? The Green Giants with 3 of their own. They're in front 4-3. Casey Slattery will lead things off. He struck out in the 2nd against Gage O'Brien, who's still working. And the pitch misses high for ball 1 to Slattery. Here's the 1-up. And a line drive through the right side, a base hit. Good start to the inning for the Monarchs. They get the hit from
Loyola Marymount University, the 3rd baseman, number 3, Alex Lambo.
The game. Casey Slattery needing that hit. It's been a rough start to 2018 with the Monarchs for Slattery. He did not play for Cal this year, redshirted. But he starts off with a base knock in the 4th. And here's Alex Lambo. Also struck out with 2 men on in the 2nd. The pitch. And O'Brien fires high. Ball 1. David Cooper, head coach for this St. Clair Green Giants club. 1 out. Bunt shown and put down. That will move Slattery up to 2nd base, as Alex Lambo gets the job done with the sacrifice. 1-3 on the putout.
From West Carolina University, the shortstop, number 5, Will Prater.
Advance Casey Slattery up to 2nd after his leadoff single. Monarchs with the tying run in scoring position. Slattery doesn't have a ton of speed. Here comes Will Prater. Monarchs shortstop. Walked and scored in the 3rd. The pitch to him. Fired down low. Ball 1. Bryan with multiple looks towards second base at Slattery, who has a big lead. Now he's dancing out there. 1-0. High, ball 2. One of 2 Paradise Valley Community College representatives is our starting pitcher today, Gage O'Brien for St. Clair, Green Giants. Harrison Jones, the first baseman, is the other one. Sophomore from Scottsdale, Arizona. 2-0 to Will Prater. Upstairs, ball 3. Falling behind is O'Brien. He had 3 walks in that third inning. That really doomed him. Help the Monarchs cash in. Bryan already over 70 pitches. He's at 71 with 38 balls and 33 strikes to this point in the contest. 3-0. Inner half strike at the knees to Prater. 3-1. Green Giants are getting a man up and tossing. It is a right-hander, and it looks like it's Jacob Moskowitz. Just in case O'Brien can't navigate the 4th. 3-1. Prater fouls it away to the left of home in the air. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Will Prater. Casey Slattery at second base. 4-3 St. Clair, bottom half of the 4th. Tim Brown making sure Slattery is on the same page as he is. Monarchs also have a lefty warming up down in their bullpen down the third base side. Payoff pitch. High and away, ball 4. Second walk to the number 9 man in the order, Will Prater. Monarchs
from the University of Toledo, the center fielder, number 7, Zach Schwarzenberger.
Coach come out and have a word. He's looking towards the bullpen, but it doesn't appear at the moment that he is going to give up the baseball. Though it appears Gage O'Brien was anticipating it. Knowing Coach Cooper's tendencies, especially last night, he gave his pitchers at least another batter to try and work things out. And it was a very quick meeting. The infield will stay in. The good news here in Adrian, after that little squall of sideways rain, it has stopped for now. And I think we're in the clear for a little while, where we can continue to get some baseball in. 4-3 Green Giants. Monarchs will just look to change the result. Get in front before the rain comes back. Gage O'Brien looking in for the sign from home. He comes home. The fastball at Schwarzenberger nails towards the right field corner. It's hooking foul right into the bullpen of the Green Giants. So just down in front of it was Schwarzenberger for strike 1. A fly out, a walk, and a run scored today for Schwarzenberger out of the leadoff spot. Go out to left in the first. He also stole a base in the third inning. So for Schwartzy, that was his 4th stolen bag of the year. Oh, 1 on the way. Schwarzenberger fouls it away. 0-2.
You see, guys, see where that went? Yeah. Straight back. I don't see it. Back in those cars somewhere.
Clouds aplenty out behind the outfield wall and behind the batter's eye in center field, 400 feet away. 0-2. Curve ball and able to reach out and poke it to the screen behind home to Schwarzenberger. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Kelby Weiler was tossing that baseball towards the dugout where the Monarchs will graciously dry it off and give it back to our home plate umpire, Stu Hall. Here's the 0-2. Ground ball down the first base line and fair. Rolling down the line. Motoring home is Casey Slattery. Into third base is Will Prater.
That is a
The
run
Monarchs
batted
will
in
get
for
an RBI
Zach
single from Zach
Schwarzenberger.
Schwarzenberger to drive in a run. And the Monarchs have themselves a tie game. Once again, it's 4-4 here in the bottom of the fourth, and there's still only one out.
From Rice University, the second baseman, number 10, Kelby Weiler.
On Gage O'Brien, who now cannot notch a W here today. He did not get through 4 innings, and now he stands in line to possibly lose this game if the Monarchs can get in front. So Gage O'Brien is done. Moskowitz is the new pitcher. We'll talk a little bit about Jacob Moskowitz after this break. Monarchs have tied it at 4 here in the fourth. You are listening to Monarchs Baseball.
Just so you know, we're having kind of a hard time finding the foul balls back here.
Will you pause, Kevin?
Yeah, I paused.
We're all looking for him.
Jacob Moskowitz, the new pitcher, replacing Gage O'Brien. In the bottom of the fourth, the Monarchs have put on a run to tie the game at 4. Kelby Weiler batting, double. A run scored and 2 RBIs today. Strike one called, throw down. Zach Schwarzenberger is safe with a stolen base. Schwarzenberger got a nice jump, able to steal a bag for the second consecutive time. Up to 5 for the season now. And that takes away the double play opportunity. With runners at second and third. The 0-1. Over the outside corner, strike 2. Weiler, that ground out as part of a 1-2-3 first inning for Gage O'Brien. This night is complete. After 3 1/3 innings of work here today. Through 78 pitches, just 39 strikes, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts, 2 wild pitches. Allowed 5 hits, 4 earned runs, although the book not closed on him yet. Faced 19 batters through 3 1/3. 0-2 to Weiler. Slap foul. Off to the right of home, heading out towards the St. Clair College Saints bus, which is what the Green Giants use when they travel on the road to the States. Jacob Moskowitz from the windup. And here's the pitch. Curve ball back to the
Another
swing
one.
again.
Oh, nope.
Foul ball. Nothing in 2. Still the count. Jacob Moskowitz is 6'5", 188 pounds from ASA College. Sophomore from Escondido, California. Another 0-2. Breaking ball, fouled off by Weiler. 1-0 record on the season for Moskowitz with a 2.25 ERA. This is his second appearance. His only appearance came a week ago against the Muskegon Clippers at home. He got the win in a 3-2 triumph over Muskegon. That was, in fact, the Clippers' last loss. 0-2. Breaker, low and away. First ball in the at-bat. 4 innings, allowed an earned run, 3 hits, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts. Faced 18 batters that day, did Moskowitz. On August 26th, 1999. Curveball, swinging and a miss, strike 3. And Kelby Weiler is now 1 for 3 in the ballgame. Runners still
From the University of Michigan, the left fielder, number 42, Jordan. Whoa!
Play with runners at second and third, and 1 out in the second inning. That was a big missed opportunity. So now Jordan Nwogu will have to make up for it. Ground out and a fly out today for Jordan.
Weiler was swinging and
Pitch.
looking.
Swing.
And a ball outside. It's a 1-0. Splits the second pitcher of the contest for the Green Giants. Here's the 1-0. Low and away. Taking was Nwogu on the slider. 2-0. Jake Goodrow in the on-deck circle still has his leg gear on, just in case he doesn't need that bat. The pitch. Breaking ball, back up the middle, tough hop for the second baseman. A bad throw over to first. Skips in from Gavin Homer. But that's the final out here in this bottom of the third inning. Bottom of the fourth inning. So the Monarchs will again leave two men on at second and third. They do score a run to tie it, though, on the RBI single by Zach Schwarzenberger. Heading to the fifth, 4-4 game. You are listening to Monarchs Baseball. That was bad. They've left five men on. Do they have a back on this baseball? Sorry. We're back here for the top of the fifth inning. Gavin Homer at the plate. That's a 2-1 count. Logan Schmidt still pitching for the Monarchs in a 4-4 contest. Schmidt from the windup. And here comes his 2-1 to Homer. And he tries to bunt and missed. Strike two. Homer today flew out to right in the third. 0 for 1 officially. Monarchs left five
Right
men on base.
Went right under that big
They
green
scored
bus.
3 in the third and 1 in the bottom half of the fourth. They didn't score any in the second inning where they also left 2 in scoring position. 2-2's down and in to make it 3 balls and 2 strikes. And beat the rain is this contest today. 3-2 breaker, strike 3. That was a fantastic pitch from Logan Schmidt.
The right fielder,
Picks up his
number
third
16,
strikeout of the
Carter
contest.
Mosey, number 16.
First out in the top of the fifth and a 4-4 tie. Here comes Carter Mossy. Single and a run scored in the first. Grounded into a 5-4-3 twin killing in the third. He cuts and misses. First pitch of the at-bat, 0-1. This is part of a homestand, if you will, for the Monarchs, although they're playing this game at Siena Heights. 0-1, waiting this, and it's 0-2 on Mossy. Yesterday in Flat Rock, today here in Adrian at Siena Heights. 2 to play tomorrow and Sunday against the Richmond Jazz. So if you're listening and can be in the area the next 2 days, come on out and enjoy the game with us. The pitch from
I don't see
Schmidt.
tomorrow.
And a foul ball heading towards the third base dugout on the ground.
I know
Still no balls and 2 strikes.
it. Tonight. Yeah, yeah.
The mound's very firm. And it'll stay that way. I just gotta.
Schmidt
we have
from the
to get to
line.
point where I
The
gotta
pitch. Just outside.
shovel some
Nice
off,
take
put some new
Get the
on.
by
slide down.
Mossy. It's a great waist pitch, a 2-seamer that tried to come back over the outside corner. 1
That's
and
what I
2.
was wondering because I don't think
Rain
mine's
starting
stayed
to come
overnight
down
last
steadily
night.
again. The pitch, swing and a miss, and a
I'd hate to
ball
see
in the
them
dirt.
spend a
About to
bus.
throw down to complete the
Spend a
strikeout.
bus.
Yeah.
And they do.
That's the administrator meeting this type of
Right.
The third baseman, number 7, Rodrigo
So Jake
Dula.
Goudreau was able to
Yeah,
toss
he's
down in
number
time to
7
first
now
base
for
to
the
get the
Tennessee.
man out. Mossy.
It's kind of like that golden
2
rule.
straight strikeouts in the inning to begin. For Logan Schmidt. And here's Rodrigo
The other
Duluth.
thing too is
Fly out and a single for Duluth in the game. He
you
also
get heavy
scored
rain,
in
you
the
start to
fourth.
wonder about the outfield.
There's
Put
the
those
pitch.
kids out there, somebody else's
He
kid.
gets hurt.
At
That's-
lower
that's
part
the
of
thing,
the
it's
zone,
not your
outside
kid, it's somebody
corner,
else's.
nothing in 1.
That's right.
Yeah, here comes the rain again. Coming down hard. The 0-1.
This one here looks like it might have some rain to it.
Again, here, if the Monarchs are able to get a run in the bottom of the fifth, then it would be an official game if rain is going to stick around for a
We might
while.
have to cover and wait a few minutes.
Fastball, and this is blown away. 2
Right down there,
balls
whatever
and
you
a
gotta
strike.
do. Right, you put it off by ear. Is it off by your?
That's
Yeah, it's
a
right,
big
yeah.
thing that the St. Clair Green Giants got their 3-run inning in the fourth, and the Monarchs only scored 1 in the bottom of the fourth. 2-1. Breaker misses inside 3-1. So now Logan Schmidt, for the first time here today, having to deal with that heavy rain that was coming down in the bottom of the third. That definitely didn't help. Gage O'Brien, the pitch. And DeLuke with a ground ball over to short, fielding it and throwing over.
From Boston College,
The
this is the
St.
catcher,
Clair Green
number
Giants,
25,
they're squaring off
Jake
right now in a
Goodrow.
potent rainstorm that somewhat came out of nowhere here in Adrian, although rain has been around us all day as we've been talking about. But this storm packing a bit of a punch, and seems to be that grip of the baseball and footing is starting to be an issue. And a fastball misses high and away for
Good
ball
show
one
right
from
there.
Jacob Moskowitz. 1-0 to Jake Goodrow, who singled and walked in the game. 4 runs on 5 hits, 2 errors for the Monarchs. They have left 5 men on base, 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors for the Green Giants, and they've left just 1 on the base pass here. 1-1 now on Jake Goodrow. Well, the verdict is, with how hard it's raining, we'll have to assess what happens after this 5th inning. We'll have to go into a delay if there is no runs put on the board. 1-1 is a liner right to first base. And the out is made.
From the University of California, Irvine, the
Brandon
catcher,
Harrison-Jones.
the designated hitter, number 18, Griffin Mazer.
Johnny on the spot to make the play. Here comes Griffin Mazer. Mazer will look at ball 1 low and away. Singled in the second and flew out to left. A sacrifice fly in the third to drive home his 2nd run of the 2018 campaign for the Monarchs. 4-4 deadlock here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The 1-0. Burns the outside corner. Strike 1. Ball 1 strike the count. With Brown pacing over there in the third base coach's box. 1-1 is fouled away by Mason. So a little tapper towards the third base on deck circle. The ball on 2 strikes. Moskowitz ready. Here it is. Bird ball, just high. Tough take for Mazer. Might have been just a touch inside as well. The 2-2. Skips in, make it 3-2. Mazer's sac fly that he hit to left off the bat looked like it had a chance to go out of the yard, but that wind that has been blowing towards the right field corner today is not going to be friendly towards right-handed hitters. 3-2. And a chopper hit over towards third. DeLuke waiting on it. Rips the ball as he throws over the first. For the 2nd out here in the bottom of the 5th. Mazer now 1 for 2 today.
From the University of Nebraska, the right fielder, number 28, Keegan
with a strikeout
Watson.
and a sack bunt. That came back in the 2nd inning. The Monarchs did not capitalize on that frame. 2 down, bottom of the 5th, 4-4 tie. The righty Moskowitz delivers. Slider over the outside corner. Just burning the front part of the plate. 0-1. The pitch. Swinging it. Nothing in 2. On Keegan Watson.
Comes back for round 2 with the grandkids.
Ready is Moskowitz. Going away. 1-2. I think we're going to see these pitchers starting to throw with some pace. Gage O'Brien and Logan Schmidt definitely were early on. Moskowitz seems to have some as he comes home. Up high, 2-2. From 0-2 to 2-2. Deuce is wild.
I think we're going to cover it after the end of this inning if it doesn't.
Here is the 2-2. Comes low and in to make it 3-2 on Keegan Watson.
What did Mazer do?
He's
5-3.
Getting a new baseball is Jacob
What a good
Moskowitz from
road
the
do.
dugout.
What did Rowe do again?
3-2. And upstairs, ball 4. Drawing a 2-on walk is Keegan Watson. We'll see if he's on the move. Not a ton of speed.
From the University of California, Berkeley, the first baseman, number 44, Casey Slattery.
Casey Slattery with a single and a strikeout and a run scored in the game. That was a solid single he hit in the 4th. Pitch from Moskowitz. Slattery swings, fouls one to the backstop, and the bat goes flying down the first base line. Grip becoming an issue for both of these teams. 5 walks in total for the St. Clair Green Giants now. That was Moskowitz's first free pass that he's issued. And we see a member of the Green Giants who picked up the bat, kind of returning the favor for Sean O'Keefe, who retrieved Harrison Jones's bat from the top of the third base dugout earlier in the game. He dries off the handle for him. Teamwork all around here. 0-1 runner takes off. Swing and a miss from Slattery. Double pumping is the catcher. Was not able to get it down there in time. That was Matt Phipps struggling with the grip on the baseball.
How do you take that?
Casey Slattery goes down on strikes to end the inning. So Slattery cannot bring home a base runner from second. We head to the top of the 6th inning in a 4-4 game. You are listening to Monarchs Baseball.